You know, homies, I don't say it much, but it's true. Being a YouTuber is somewhat of a unique experience as a human being. We spend all our days inside being nerds, and then sometimes we go outside and sometimes people know who we are. And thus presents the terrifying reality of getting recognized. I'm just kidding. It's not terrifying. It's okay. If you see me and you recognize me, please say hello. But that's what we're talking about today. And we are going to one of my favorite channels on the entire planet, TheOdd1sOut, to talk about getting recognized as a YouTuber.
Getting recognized?
And getting recognized part 2. A 58 million view slapper, and I haven't seen it. Now that's what I call a problem. We are gonna watch these videos today, and we are just going to talk about the fun, sometimes awkward, sometimes extremely exciting and fun experiences of getting recognized. And I will give my experiences and insight and stories that you haven't heard before. And I'm really excited. Let's go for it, people. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I almost forgot to do the theme song, but I remembered. Okay, here we go. People, let's go. RobertIDK, TheOdd1sOut theme song.
Sometimes I feel like the odd one out, like no one knows what I'm talking about. So I just go and take a trip to Subway. Some things may keep me awake at night. Board games, my awful roommates and life. So I'll recline and go online. And with the odd ones out, I'll laugh a million times.
All right, here we go. Getting recognized, part 1. 3, 2, 1.
I don't go outside that much. Ergo, I don't see people that much. Ergo, I don't get recognized in public that much. Now you might think, James, really? You get recognized? But you're just some college dropout sitting in a closet right now making cartoons on the internet. People recognize you and talk to you and ask for your autograph? Yeah, I thought the same thing. I don't even show my face that much in my videos, so I don't know how people remembered what I looked like. When I first started drawing comics 4 years ago, I was never expecting that later people would be coming up to me and nervously asking me to write my name down on a piece of paper.
I will say writing an autograph is very interesting. When I became a YouTuber, I definitely had no idea that people would ask for my autograph. I thought they would just ask for a picture. I'm fine with doing a picture. I mean, I'm fine with doing an autograph too. But when I first met viewers at a convention, my first convention, I'm gonna try not to pause it for too long. But yeah, autographs, when I first met a viewer and they asked for my autograph, I had to come up with my autograph on the spot. I literally made it up and I've stuck with it ever since. So if you've ever been autographed by me, just so you know, I came up with that signature in literally 5 seconds and it has stood the test of time.
Now, can I just talk about this? I don't have a signature, and if I'm going to be signing things, I really should start thinking about getting one.
Yep.
I signed 6,000 cards, and on all of them, I just wrote James and put a little smiley face.
Aww.
I probably wrote my name out more times that week than I did my entire life. Also, another thing, I have terrible handwriting. You'd think since I'm good at drawing cartoon characters, I should be good at drawing letters of the alphabet. Whenever I sign something, I always have to warn my fans, I'm really sorry, I have bad handwriting. And they always say the same thing, it's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm about to ruin whatever this pen touches. I don't get recognized nearly as many times as you might think. Like, I can go to the grocery store and not get recognized at all. Although, I am noticing that I get weird looks from kids now. I don't know if that's because of YouTube, though.
Hopefully it's because of YouTube. Let's hope it's because of YouTube. Yeah, I don't get recognized very often. I really don't. Because you guys must spend as much time inside as me, honestly. There's definitely plenty of experiences where people like give me looks and it's like I can tell. Like I can, for the most part, I can tell when someone like recognizes me but doesn't want to come up. Just so you know, if you see me, please feel free to come say hi. Especially if I'm on a date, you know? I'm trying to impress the people I'm around. So let them know that I'm cool and that you think you like my videos. But no, unless I look like I'm just in the most horrible mood of all possible time, please feel free.
But if you do see me out in the wild, then by all means come up to me and say hi. Even if you're not sure it's me, still come up and ask.
Yeah.
Even if I'm on my phone, just slap it out of my hand and I'll say, dude, what the heck? And then you say, the odd one's out, and I'll say, maybe. I'm a pretty chill guy, okay? The only time I can think of it not being okay to come up and talk to me is if I'm asleep. Don't wake me up, guys. One time I was at the dollar store, not a proud moment in my life, and later I went home and someone on Twitter asked, hey, were you just at the dollar store at this address? And I said, Maybe. Another time I was at Chipotle, and I know in a previous video I said, hashtag boycott Chipotle because they didn't hire James like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm a weak man. I might have to call off the boycott. So anyway, I'm standing in line to get a burrito, and I see a girl sitting down in the chairs looking at her phone, and she sort of looked like a girl that I went to high school with. Is that Rachel? I didn't say anything though. I got my food, and as I was about to leave, I glanced back at the girl, and she was looking at me. We both had that look in our eye like, yeah,
Go say hi, James.
So I went over to her and I said, hi, Rachel, are you James from The Odd Ones Out? You didn't go to high school with her. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Good luck on your own.
Wait, what? What happened? You didn't go to high school with this person? Did your brain just create this scenario because they were looking at you? That sounds horrible. I would be like, all right, it was fun. But wait, did he say, are you Rachel? Did he already say, are you? Oh no. That's, okay, I will say that is a super awkward thing. If I think someone recognizes me and they're too shy, there's been a couple times when I've walked up to people to help them out, but I don't want to do that, guys. Please do not put me in that position. Please come up to me and say hi. Do not make me think that you recognize me and maybe I walk up to you. Because imagine if you didn't recognize me and I just walked up to you. How weird would that be? Like, I walk up to you and I'm like, hey, do you know who I am? Like, don't do that. Say hi. Please say hi.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Good luck on your own. Yeah, I am. What's your name? Maria? My name's James. You already knew that. If you're watching, Maria, when I saw you, I thought we went to high school together. You look like someone who was on my improv team. So I recently went to PAX South with my friend Eugene. That's not his real name. I asked him if he was okay with me saying his real name in this video. He said he was fine with it, but I think calling him Eugene would be funnier. If you don't know what PAX is, it's basically Comic-Con, but only for games. They have card games and board games, but it's mostly video games. I've known Eugene for about a year now, but I've only ever talked to him over the internet. One day he asked, hey, do you want to go to PAX South with me? It's in my hometown. And I said, sure, because I think that's what friends do. I'm going to leave out a lot of details about what I did at PAX because I think...
Yo! I caught that. Yo, shout out to the boys at Mega 64. Let's go. Yo, Mega 64 are some of the first creators I ever watched when I was 10 years old. I am now very proud to call them my friends. I've worn their merch in many of my videos. I've been in a couple of their videos, but they've always been at PAX. And my very first convention, I'm gonna say a little bit of a story here. My very first convention was PAX. It was PAX West in Seattle in 2016. And that was the first time, that I met any viewers. And that's the time that I made up my signature and took pictures with viewers for the first time. Crazy. And yeah, I met Mega 64 at that convention. And that was, like, for me, that was the fanboy moment when I went to PAX and I met Mega 64. I don't know, just really cool to see this here. And I just wanted to clarify, PAX was my first convention.
I'm gonna leave out a lot of details about what I did at PAX because I think that can be a video all by itself, but just traveling there, I was recognized. I got on the airplane to go to Texas and this girl and her mom sat next to me, and I noticed that the girl's iPad wallpaper is Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Part of me wanted to say, oh, so you watch YouTube videos? Do you know me?
Oh,
that's a tacky thing to say. I thought if she knew me, she'll say something. Don't start off conversations like that.
The end of the flight, they're gonna say something. Oh no, that is like my worst nightmare. That is my worst nightmare, dude. Oh no.
We went the whole flight without saying anything to each other, and then when we landed, Mom said to me, hey, my daughter thinks you make YouTube videos. Maybe. On Friday, Eugene had to go to classes before PAX, so I went with him just so I could go straight to the convention. One of his classes was in a computer lab. I sat down next to Eugene's friend, and the computer was already logged on, so I was worried that I might be stealing someone else's spot. Then some other guy walks into class, and he looks at me and goes, whoa. And I said, oh, is this your spot? You're the odd ones out. Maybe. I didn't know him, but he knew me, which is weird to think about. Of all the places you'd expect to meet a YouTuber, your computer lab wouldn't be one of them. I started messing around on Microsoft Paint. I wasn't paying attention to the teacher. I drew a landscape with a horse. It was beautiful.
Good job.
And then I drew my cartoon character with a mouse. Also, side note, this is why you don't draw with a mouse, kids. And Eugene's friend saw it and said, hey, that looks like a YouTuber my brother watches.
Oh my gosh, this is, oh no. It seems like James has a pretty good handle on the social anxiety to where he can handle situations like this, but oh my goodness. You know what the worst situation is though? And I've had this a few times at conventions. I have been at conventions waiting in line for things, like waiting in line to get into a panel or whatever. And I've had viewers come up to me and we take pictures, say what's up, and then they go off to do their own thing. And then the other people in line, they see, oh, is this person a person? Is this a whatever? And they'll be like, so are you like famous or something? And it's like, what do you want me to say to that, dude? Yeah, I'm famous. Look at me. Like, what? No, go away. Here's the thing. I mean, sure, I have a following online. People came up to me and they wanted to take a picture of me. But if you didn't know who I was, like, let's not go there, right? Because now you're gonna want to talk to me or get a picture with me or whatever just because you found out I'm popular. It's like, that is the most unappealing thing in the world for a person who is like a creator or whatever. Like, we want to be there for our actual viewers who support us and like us and know us. If a stranger wants to talk to you just because they find out that you have some level of notoriety or success, that is just the most annoying thing ever. It is so annoying. So anyways, they'll be like, yeah, so are you famous or something? And I'll be like, not really. Like, I'll just try to brush it off like, sorry, dude.
Hey, that looks like a YouTuber my brother watches. And I said, huh, weird. And then I went to PAX, I got recognized a lot there. I almost got kicked out because of all the people who recognized me were causing a fire hazard. After PAX was over, I went to the airport to go home. I got recognized by another kid who didn't even go to PAX, and also apparently another person recognized me and took a stalker's photo and tweeted it to me. You could have said, hey, I was just playing on my DS. I wasn't doing anything important. And then while I was making this video, I got recognized again at Target. Not including VidCon, PAX, and the junior high that I tutor at sometimes. Those were all the times that I got recognized. That I remember. At PAX, there was this boy who came up to me and said, you wet the bed until you were 8 years old.
Oh,
he was bringing up a joke in the peeing video where I said if we ever meet each other in real life, you're not allowed to bring it up. But the kid was saying it obviously as a joke. I knew he was messing around with me, so I laughed and I pushed him away like, get out of here, you knucklehead. But then later I was thinking, I probably pushed that kid a little too hard. I hope I didn't make a bad first impression.
Hey man, he was talking that smack. He was talking about wetting the bed. You told him the one thing. He had one job.
You had one job, you didn't do it right. Now Robert's gonna roast you tonight.
And it was to not bring up you wetting the bed, and he did. If you ask me, anything goes. I'm just kidding, people. But hey, I haven't been recognized at Target. I'm at Target almost every day. But that's okay. Honestly, I don't want to get recognized at Target. I'm trying to get in and get out, to be honest.
I hope I didn't make a bad first impression. So, if I pushed you at PAX, I was doing it in a loving manner.
Yay!
In conclusion, if you see me out in public, don't be afraid to come up to me and say, hey James, you left your house. Good job. I'm a pretty normal person.
James is a pretty normal person, I will say. Definitely a kind, nice dude. Unfortunately, when I met him in person, I could have done a better job at
not being weird.
I thought I did a good job for the most part. Am I gonna bring this up again? Before we get into part two, we're gonna nail part two and we're gonna keep this train going. But I did tell the story of when I met James personally at VidCon a few months ago. It's in this video here. I'll put the clip a little bit into this one. But I say for now, let's keep it going. Getting recognized part two. Let's keep the train going, people. 3, 2, 1.
Now, you might think that since I'm making a part 2 of this, I must get recognized a whole lot, like I'm some sort of celebrity or something. No. What actually happens is that I'm awkward, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but chances are you're awkward too. So when I do get recognized, we're both being awkward.
Okay, thank you, James. I appreciate this.
We're both being awkward, together. And that stuff makes for great videos. Once you get to my level of YouTube fame, whenever I go out in public, I always have the thought in the back of my mind, I wonder if any of these people have seen me pour sprinkles over my shirtless body. I especially get worried when I see my target demographic in public. Little boys. This might be paranoia or anxiety, but I swear sometimes little boys will stare at me for an uncomfortable amount of time. I'm just trying my best not to make eye contact. You know, I don't really have any defining physical characteristics that make me stand out. As of right now, little boys have to look at me and think, is that tall, white, dirty, blonde-haired, early 20-year-old beta male that one YouTuber I like, or am I just imagining things? It's funny I call myself TheOdd1sOut when I'm part of, like, no minorities. I mean, I might get nervous around little boys, but when I do get recognized, it's the highlight of my day. So I don't know what I'm worried about. I should just wear a shirt that says, hey, I'm the odd ones out.
That's funny. When I get recognized, it can definitely be a highlight of my day. Guys, you guys don't understand. You guys have helped me out significantly in times when I am like uncomfortable around a person and then someone's like, hey, I love your videos. Are you RobertIDK? And I'm like, yeah, dude, what's up? And they're like, yeah, cool, bitch. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Now the person I'm with thinks I'm cool. Thank you. Thank you. But also in general, I do genuinely love what I do. And I love the people who watch my stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. And you're always so kind. And I'm always very happy to say hi to you. So even though, jokes aside, it is also the highlight of my day when I do get recognized. Now, if I start getting recognized 100 times a day, then maybe it won't be. But until that happens in like 50 years, yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Hey! I'm the odd ones out. So one time I went to Walmart and I was buying a bunch of whoopee cushions for my April Fool's video.
Of course.
And as I was walking down the aisle, I saw this little boy at the other end walking towards me and his face just lit up. And I thought, oh, this kid knows. This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Are you James? Who? And then I walked off.
No!
I'm just kidding. I mean, I did say who, but I didn't walk away. I was just messing with the kid.
Nice.
It's probably really weird for that kid to see a YouTuber in Walmart buying nothing but whoopee cushions. That was fun. This other time, I was buying supplies for my 3 million sprinkle video, and I ended up going to 3 different stores. Hey, do you guys have an inflatable pool? Yeah, what size do you need? Enough to fit 3 million sprinkles. What are you using it for? I need it for a thing. So after I finished my important business errands, I felt a little hungry, so I decided to buy some pre-made food. I work hard, dang it, I deserve it. And I decided to go eat at Zupa's. Zupa's is a pretty good restaurant. They have sandwiches and soup, and they give you a chocolate-covered strawberry with every order. I'm telling you this because I want them to sponsor me. I went up to the counter, and there was this employee that said, hey man, what's up? And this is gonna be a bit of a tangent, but I just wanna say that I absolutely love that kind of employee. It's so much better than those fake fast food employees. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? Like every time I pull up into a Chick-fil-A drive-thru, there'll be an employee that will say, it's always a great day at Chick-fil-A. My name's Mackenzie.
No, it's not, Mackenzie. No, it's not. It's not always a good day. Sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes you go to 6 stores and can't get sprinkles. Is that still always a good day, Mackenzie? Always a good day at Chick-fil-A. Come on, not for the chickens. Not for the chickens, I'll tell you that. Not everyone's happy about the situation.
It's always a great day at Chick-fil-A. My name's Mackenzie. How may I serve you? And I just want to say, Mackenzie. I came here yesterday and Brian said the exact same thing.
Ooh.
I know your manager told you to say that.
Ooh.
Look, neither of us want to be here, okay? No one says it's a great day at Chick-fil-A, okay? That's so dumb. So stop lying to me and give me the usual. Like, I would much rather have a fast food employee just say, what do you want? Okay, maybe not that rude, but you get the point. So now there's a random guy who works at Zupa's who doesn't even know I put him in a YouTube video, but I like his work ethic. Treat me like a person and not like a customer.
He just said, what's up, dude? He probably did not think about it for more than half a second. And James spent hours animating this whole segment. Has someone saying what's up ever had such an impact on the world? Probably not.
This might be the most impactful what's up of all time.
And by the way, people, if you are liking this video so far, I know I am. I'm having a lot of fun. Make sure you are subscribed to The Odd Ones Out. Him and his team did all the hard work on this video. We are just out here being goofy. But we here at the RobertIDK channel also do work very hard on these videos. We spend like 20 to 30 hours on every single video. So if you are watching this video and you are not subscribed to our channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed and joined us for the next one. And if you have not yet booped to the like button on this video, I would also appreciate it. If we hit 15,000 likes on this video, then I will do another Odd Ones Out video. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Anyway, tangent over. I ordered some soup and a sandwich. Cool. I go up to the cash register. My soup is ready, but my sandwich wasn't. The girl said, did you get anything else or just soup?
Sandwich.
I said, no, I got a sandwich too. I paid for the food, but the sandwich still wasn't ready. I checked my phone, looked at Twitter. By now, the sandwich was done. The girl took the sandwich and the soup and a chocolate-covered strawberry and put it in a plastic box doggy bag thing. I was super hungry. I thought the transaction was done, so I grabbed the box and started sliding it towards me. Then she took out a plastic bag and said, oh, do you want it in a bag? And I thought, yeah, I do. So I slid the food back over, and as this girl was putting the food in the bag, she yelled, James! And I was not ready.
No! The light bulb something about the way he was pushing that box forward. Wait a minute. The elegance at which he is pushing this box is like the elegance at which James Rallison of The Odd Ones Out draws his cartoon characters. What was the light bulb moment there?
James! and I was not ready for that. Oh, hey, I mean, who? She said, did you come here because of my email?
What?
An email. So that was pretty fun. All the other employees were like, wait, this guy's important? There's a high chance that this woman is watching this video right now, and I looked up her email, and her name is Scarlett. Isn't that a nice name? So Scarlett, if you're watching, can you tell your coworker I like his work ethic? Also, can you hook me up with free Zupas?
Why did they email you about the Zupas they worked at? What was this email? Wait. Scarlett, they wrote a whole thing. They covered up all the weird parts. Yeah, sounds about right. Why, what? Why is there... How can you write this much? Was she saying like, hey, I love your videos. You should come visit me at Cafe Zupas at my work? Scarlett, a little bizarre, homie. If I ever got that email, I would never go to Cafe Zupas. No, thank you. That's just a bizarre thing to say, homie. And but she knew James well enough, or was experienced enough with his videos to write this email, but then didn't recognize him for the whole first like 90% of this interaction. How bizarre.
Also, can you hook me up with free Zupas? I never really understood how people could get nervous talking to me. I'm just some 21-year-old who likes M&Ms and drawing cartoons for the internet. I've always thought of myself as a pretty normal guy. At least I never understood that sort of nervousness until I met Carl Sagan 42. I recently got into this game called Mario Maker, which is a game where you can make your own Mario levels and share them with the world via the internet. I wanted to find some Mario Maker Let's Players that were 1, good at the game, and 2, weren't screaming every 10 seconds.
Oh, jeez, the dashy disrespect! Not screaming every 10 seconds. James, I personally am offended! No, I'm just kidding. Listen, guys. I keep it real. I scream.
But I keep it real.
Listen, I actually have no opinion on Dashi. He's a friend of a friend, so I, by default, respect him. But James went through an era where he was ruthless about other YouTubers, and I respect it. Go off, my king.
Which is actually a lot harder to find than you might think. But I went searching and I found these 3 Let's Players who mostly play Mario Maker, and they're all right at the game. I mean, they're only a little better than me.
Oh,
if one of my videos gets delayed, you could probably thank these 3 because I'm watching their videos instead of working. Also, This is gonna sound weird, but every morning after I wake up at 12, I pour myself a bowl of cereal and I watch
12?
So I start my day off with my Mario Maker boys. Anyway, one of the Let's Players, Carl Sagan 42, was going to Phoenix Comic-Con, which was great because I was also going to Phoenix Comic-Con.
Oh man, James, is this the best photo you could get of Phoenix Comic-Con? Is this the best photo you could get of Phoenix Comic-Con? This is possibly the sweatiest looking photo I've ever seen in my life. If this is your ad for Phoenix Comic-Con, sorry boss. I think I'll stick with my VidCon.
Carl Sagan 42 was going to Phoenix Comic-Con, which was great because I was also going to Phoenix Comic-Con. I didn't have a panel or anything. I just went with Jaden and her friends and we just walked around. Comic-Con was a lot of fun. I met up with a lot of people. I even got recognized at Subway. One of the workers knew me. There was this room where you could play video games, and I went up to this one kid playing Super Smash Brothers and I said, all right, dude, let's do this.
Let's
and he
go.
said, I feel like I know you from somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then I totally wiped the floor with him with Kirby, and he was like 12 years old. So I had a fun time at the con. But
I'm a Kirby main too. Well, Kirby's not my only main, but I do love Kirby. Let's go. James, if we ever play Smash, if the planets ever align and we end up at a TV with Smash Brothers at the same time, I would love to do Kirby versus Kirby at some point. That would be fun. All right, I think I should take a moment to talk about the time that I met James. If some of you guys have already seen this story, but it bears repeating because I did meet James, and so this whole thing kind of comes full circle. It was good. James was a great guy. He was very kind to me, but I did manage to somehow make the situation awkward, and it haunts me. So I talked about it in this video, but I'm going to put the clip right here. If you haven't heard it, here's the story of when I met the Odd1sOut. I did manage to meet James at VidCon a couple weeks ago. He was a super nice guy, as you'd expect. He is familiar with this channel, but he hasn't watched any of the videos. Here's the problem, people. I still consider myself in the genre of reaction channels, but what we do is a little bit more than that. And so when I tell people that I make like reaction videos, I feel like I need a better way to describe it. Cause like, I didn't know how to explain to James, like, I know you've probably seen a million reaction videos to your stuff, but like, you might enjoy these videos. You might enjoy what we're doing here. So anyways, I tried to have that conversation without being too awkward, but regardless, he was a very, very kind guy, and I had a very awkward moment at the end of our conversation. So this was at VidCon, right? And so there were a lot of different creators at the convention, including more creators than just the ones I met. I mean, way more. But one of the people who was there was Ice Cream Sandwich, Andy. And we have looked at his stuff before, and it was a great time. But guys, I gotta tell you, I did not remember what his face looked like. I also didn't remember Andy was his name. So near the end of my conversation with James, his friend walks up and he's like, oh, hey, this is, and he introduces the friend. I don't know if it was Daniel or some name. And in my mind, I was like, this person vaguely looks like my vision of what Ice Cream Sandwich looks like. You know what would be really awkward? If I accidentally met Ice Cream Sandwich right now without knowing this. I had better prepare for this scenario. And so, all my brain knew to do when James introduced this guy was say, Ice Cream Sandwich? And James was like, huh, what? He said something about Ice Cream Sandwich? No, that's Andy. And I didn't know how to explain, like, I was trying to prepare for the worst case scenario where James introduced Ice Cream Sandwich to me and I didn't know. Anyways, it wasn't him, obviously. And so I felt very awkward. I just said Ice Cream Sandwich to James's friend who is not Ice Cream Sandwich. And I created this whole awkward moment for myself that I guarantee James has completely forgotten about, but it's lived in my head rent-free. So anyways, to James's friend and to James, I apologize. My anxiety kicked in, okay? It was bad. But aside from that, meeting James was awesome, really nice dude, and I appreciate him and his support for what we do here, and his amazing work that he's done for so long.
So I had a fun time at the con, but I also wanted to meet Carl. Now, Carl wasn't going to the con because of his Mario Maker skills, but rather he was going because he's actually a scientist who studies vaccines and plants, and he was going to talk about that.
Wow.
So on Friday, after doing some stalking on Twitter, I found out that he had a panel at 9 p.m. Yes! Leading up to the panel, I realized that I was getting my information off a tweet and not from the official Comic-Con handbook, so I didn't even know if I was going to the correct panel. When 9 p.m. rolled around, I walked into the room Carl said he was having his panel. I saw a group of 5 people sitting on a stage, but I didn't see Carl.
Oh, no.
Guess he's not here.
No.
Oh wait, he is here! He's just the only person in cosplay! That's the guy I like! The one in the wig!
Aww.
As I listened to his panel, I kept telling myself that Carl was just a normal person like me. He plays Mario, I make cartoons, I shouldn't be nervous to talk to him. Why am I like this?
Oh, that's so fun. Aw. Yeah, I can get nervous talking to creators 100%. 100%. And it's weird because it's like, it's not even, some of you guys may think like, oh, the bigger the creator, like the more subscribers they have, the more intimidating they are to talk to. Not necessarily. A lot of the time, it's just your personal experience with those creators. Like for example, my boys in Mega 64. When I first went to PAX West in Seattle in 2016. Mega 64 had about, 600,000 subscribers, and then there's Jacksepticeye and Markiplier who had like 20 million subscribers. I was definitely just as nervous, if not more nervous, to meet Mega 64 because I'd been watching them since I was 10 years old. It was like a totally different experience. So it's kind of fun. It's sweet how James had the exact same kind of experience.
Why am I like this? The panel was great. Everyone enjoyed it except for this one woman who I think was anti-vaccine. Once it was done, the panelists stayed around for a couple of minutes, and I went up to Carl and I said, hey, I really like your Mario Maker streams. And since he talked about vaccines, I showed him this comic I made back in 2014, which I will read now. Hey folks, are you tired of hearing this? Can you believe all the horrible things doctors put in vaccines? There's no way I'm vaccinating my child. Well, suffer no longer with the anti-vaccine.
Okay.
The anti-vaccine will stop anyone from thinking vaccines are harmful or cause autism. And then he injects the anti-vaccine into the person, and then he flops over. Is he okay? No, he's dead. Vaccinate your relatives today.
What?
It's dark,
what?
yes, but Carl liked it, and he even said that AAV is a name of a virus, so vaccine was actually a virus. Well, actually,
Yikes.
vaccines are viruses. So the anti-vaccine lady was behind me, and I think she wanted to talk to Carl, so I said, okay, I love you, bye.
Oh, no. And I bet Carl was like, no, James, please keep talking. Please keep talking. I don't want to face this woman. Oh, no, guys, is there anything worse than when you're talking to someone and then the person behind you is about to give this person a nightmare and you are the one thing creating a barrier between this person's joy and this person's pain and suffering? Could there be a more euphoric human experience? I don't know. Oh man, James, there's no way you can save him. There's no way you can save him.
And I left Carl to deal with her. Some of you might be wondering why I didn't say, oh, also, Carl, by the way, I have 3 million subscribers on YouTube. Well, because I think that's rude. And I didn't want to flex too hard. I mean, if he did ask about my sub count, I totally would have told him, but I don't know, I just didn't want to brag. I tell you this story because I understand that people might get anxiety talking to someone they look up to. And just because I have more subs than someone doesn't mean I won't get nervous talking to them.
True.
Senpais can have senpais too.
True.
I wonder who Carl's senpai is. Then 2 days later, I tweeted out to him and he followed me back and we're BFFs now.
Yay.
Now guys, don't embarrass me in front of Carl, okay? Don't just go to his channel and comment, who's here because of the odd ones out?
Oh no. Yeah, guys, don't do stuff like that. Don't do stuff like that.
Who's here because of the odd ones out? Because no one cares, all right? If you have to comment, wow, great video, Carl.
Yeah.
You're an awesome person when it comes to Mario. You just jumped right into my heart. And also you can check out the other two that I mentioned. They're pretty good too. So in conclusion, is it cool to be recognized? Yeah. Will I ever get tired of it? Who knows? Yeah, sounds about right. I have no intention of getting tired of it. So far, so good, homies. So far, so good. Carl Sagan 42. I learned something. Dude, 4 days ago, and this dude's dropping Mario Maker videos. Oh, come on, no!
Dude, he's about this life. 4 days ago, that video getting recognized 6 years ago. 4 days ago, and homie's still posting Mario Maker videos. That is what's up, Carl Sagan 42. Gotta love it. Anyways, that was fun. Getting recognized is fun. If you see me, say hi. Guys, here's the Odd1sOut's channel. Make sure you are subscribed to him. Him and his team did all the hard work. We're just out here being goofy, okay? Here's the whole playlist of times we have looked at the Odd1sOut's videos. If you haven't seen all of these videos, make sure you are caught up, because you have a lot to watch if you have not. Here's a video that YouTube thinks you will like in particular. I will see you here, I will see you there. People, thank you for watching my stuff. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Peace.